Hello everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my fiance and I for 3 years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into showing you, like, this is a box I got from a part of a huge collection of stuff. I got a lot of board game bits and pieces. This right here is going to be some miniatures. I haven't looked at it other than like the stuff on the top that I can visually see, so we're going to jump into it together. I have my little whiteboard right here because I don't want to get, like, sometimes there's, like, dust, bugs, hairs and stuff, so I want to make sure it stays in this whiteboard and then I get to clean it up afterwards. All right, let's jump on into it. All right, so the first thing, I do remember getting these a bit ago. I got these in the box. I can't remember what, like, the brand is, but I'll look through my listings to see what these are. They weren't super expensive, but yeah, there was like the gray, the blue. These are like historical miniatures. They might be like Revolution, Civil War, something like that. So yeah, I remember like these were in a box. So I got a bunch of these right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and set these aside. Let's see, next up we have this right here, German Tiger tank. This is that Dolly? Authentic details from Ram Hobby. Yeah, people like this kind of stuff. We'll see. We got that one. We have a Sherman M4. Sherman tank right over here. Really cool. Like, I don't really care about stuff being in the package or not. Obviously, it's slightly easier to list. And then we have this right here, infantry troop. Infantry troop. These are magnetic little stands. So you put like the infantries on them, and then you can like magnetize them to stuff, so you can like hold them up, and then the little infantry won't be spilling all over the place. Right here we have some kind of clear, not naval, but it's gonna be like a either for a sci-fi spaceship or aircraft. So it's a clear base and it's still a stick right there, which is represents something flying. That's pretty solid. Right here, what do we have? Oh, these are super cool. Let me take it out of the bag. This might be for a board game, but either way, I know someone's gonna like it. These are like almost like a resin little plastic ships. Like I said, these could be for something. What's that banner? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, these are pretty cool. Yeah, people will like this stuff. This is kind of something more unique, like a bag of pirate ships. Maybe I can do like 2 listings, and I'm dropping stuff. It's okay. It's nothing broke there, but that is embarrassing. All right, next up, what do we have? A lot of cool stuff. These are, it says 54 millimeter Dole Cop, which I'm assuming is these types of artillery. They look like from like the 1800s, or sorry, 1900s right here. Oh, they're like a plastic one. This says Dole Cop right there. Oh, Dole Cop is the brand. So yeah, I'm not like super knowledgeable on the military stuff. I'm getting like 1% better. I am selling enough of this stuff. I do know like what people look out for. I do see what we're selling. In general, people just love miniatures. They're a lot of fun. They take up a little space, in the house. You can put them in like carrier containers. Ravage Star, some kind of like miniature. So there's a lot of Kickstarters. What is this? Come visit us at a booth. So this is probably some kind of convention little figure. I'll look into it more later. I don't know this particular brand. This just looks like a demon type of fantasy statue monster. It's a little circle on the bottom. It said Ravage Star at some point, but there was like a drill, so like drilled into. I'm not sure why. Maybe it can like stand somewhere. Maybe this is like a board game promo, like for a first player token. So yeah, just because these are miniatures doesn't mean that they're not for board games. Oh, there's another one. So I get to. I'm not going to put quantity too. Usually with kind of like, I would say that like not super rare, but stuff like that, I like to only show one. And when it sells, I can just sell similar. All right. I hope you guys are in for the long haul. As you can see, this is just like a lot of bits and pieces. So yeah, let's continue. Next up, I just noticed it's unfortunately a little bit bent, which is super unfortunate. This is like a Digimon promo card. So this is the updated Digimon card game. Super unfortunate that this one corner is like bent. I'll have to like mention it. So just a fun fact that, or at least for me, my opinion, I guess not a fact, is sometimes board game promos or trading cards come in these sleeves, and then people will think it has more value because it's in these sleeves and it's like sealed. I actually like to open up these things because when they're in this package, if this package gets hooked onto something and then gets pulled, the corners get bent. This is literally, it's hard to see on the camera, but this is specifically got bent because this got caught underneath the miniature and it probably tugged on it and then bent the thing. So yeah, I do like to open these up. I know people are like, oh, it's new, it has no, I haven't really noticed in the trading card world that people like prefer this versus just having it open, because like people will grade the cards. That's probably the best sealed way of a card, is to grade it. But yeah, I will open this up. Unfortunate that that got bent. All right, sorry, that was a lot about that. I just wanted to talk about it. We have this right here, Model Miniatures Mini Tank. What is this? A PZKW4 OSF. I don't know if I'm ever saying that correctly. Really interesting German tank right there. Really interesting company, Austria, Roco. Oh, I've seen their stuff. I've gotten a lot of their yeah, like tanks and stuff in the miniature car, diecast car auctions I get and stuff. So let's see right here. Oh, this is super good. Replacement counters for one of those magazine war games. I'll have to figure out which one. These usually do very well for me. These are pieces that are easy for people to lose. Let's see what else we got. Oh, those are like kind of stuck. That's stuck as well. Oh, we got these little plastic medieval knights and horses. This is stuff I would have honestly liked as a kid. So I'm sure someone still likes it now. Probably not, yeah, as a kid, but people will like them. Yeah, these are. I'm dropping it. There's no damage, guys. Sorry, it's embarrassing to drop this stuff. So yeah, these are super cool. They might be like specific. These could I've gotten like 60s soldiers from this particular collection before, so these could be from the 60s, or they can be some like Dollar Tree janky sets. But I think someone will still pick them up. Let's see. We got a loose little miniature right here. I'm not even sure what this one is. Just put it over there. These are bases that I have not seen before, so I'm not sure what the brand. I don't know if this is for miniatures. I don't know if this is for board games. So it definitely is. It has an indent, so it's going to have like the circular bases for the miniatures, and these are a specific size. It's bigger than like a normal miniature. We also have these ones right over here. This says, oh, it says Mantic Entertainment. I don't know if you can see. It's going to be right there. Mantic Entertainment, 2011. Oh, they do a lot of miniature stuff. I always forget like exactly what type, but I feel like they have a lot of stuff. So we got more of those bases over here. What are these new series? Stan Johansson miniatures preview pack, like a Viking Warriors. Yeah, I should have just read that first. Oh, that's cool. People are gonna like Viking Warrior stuff. I don't get much Viking stuff, so yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. Asgard miniatures. It looks like there's a little horse. Oh, this is that a centaur? No, it's just maybe. I'm not too sure what this one is. Asgard miniatures made in England. Really cool. This is some kind of like vintage. I have a bunch of these in here, so let's go through it real quick. We have this one. It's more like a soldier. I can't tell if it's a human or like a fantasy miniature with a spear right there. Is it the same one? Oh, these are. Oh, these are definitely look like fantasy. These look like monks or mages or something like that. Casting some kind of spell. I'm going through this quickly, so I'll take a deeper look when I'm actually listing it. Some kind of like. Oh, these look like skeletons with swords. Really cool. I can just tell by the packaging this is probably some kind of vintage, or it's just really dirty. But yeah, I like to get this stuff. Probably hard to find in the U.S. because it's made in England. So getting cool collections like this is awesome because you find just odds and ends and bits and pieces. Got these more look like skeleton warriors. So yeah, that's people are gonna like skeletons. So use them for RPGs. More of the Mantic games right there. More of these over here. More of these bases. Tons of these. All right, that's all right, let's see what else we have in here. We got this. What is this? This looks really cool. Wild Walls Alien Habitas right there. What is this? This is super cool. Wild Walls Alien Habitas. Let's see. This is for. I'll show you guys in a moment. This just looks like the Aliens movie, honestly. Like, check this out. Some kind of like miniature terrain. This is super awesome, super unique. I mean, maybe there's some on eBay, but I don't know. I've never seen this stuff. Or these are some kind of molds. But it looks like you kind of like use this to build up like a sci-fi, like a little like up here, like some kind of like alien corridors. That's awesome. It is kind of big and cumbersome, but that's okay. What else do we have here? This is going to be Wild Wall. So that must be the brand. This is Sci-Fi City, like a bunker. Oh, this is awesome. Oh yeah, I guess you like build your little like terrain right here. There's a little instruction booklet right over there. This looks really cool. People like the sci-fi stuff. What do we have here? We have some miniature sprues like this. Just like arms, legs, shoulder pads. I don't think this is Warhammer. I don't know if you can see too well. I'm not sure. Just that right there. I'll probably put these together because they look like the same brand. I don't see any branding. Normally on these sprues, you're going to see like branding on the edges or something. So just is kind of maybe it's just like an older product or maybe like a newer one. I'm not sure which one where they just didn't label it. So yeah, it's not like full miniatures, but there is like sci-fi legs, chests, shoulder pads, stuff that people can use. All right, what do we have here? Okay, so it's more of these bases, but they're going to be smaller. Like I said, I don't know what game this is. I will figure out. So we already got like hairs and bits and pieces. That's why I have this whiteboard out. Yeah, right here. So these are small bases right here, and then they have like the 5 slots. So that's super important to like make note of. So I can probably have like separate listings of those. What else do we have in here? This miniature. Oh, this looks like a. What does this say? It says. Sorry, I'll show you in a second. 1978. There you go. It's some kind of like almost like a dwarf or a dopey face bow and arrow character with the cape. Not too sure if you can see it. All right, next up we have these. What are these? Param miniatures sample pack from the Franco-Prussian War, American Civil War, Zulu War, World War II. So like this is a full-on sample pack. So it's just gonna have a bunch of little miniatures from this particular company. That's kind of fascinating. Moving along, we have more of the little Asgard miniatures. These look like little tiny like gnome skeletons, something. Like I said, I'll look into it later, but I'm excited about the Asgard miniatures. The bases are actually pretty exciting too. So these I recognize. These are cool miniatures or not bases. So these are different. They're different style, even if you can't tell from just knowing. I know that these are cool miniatures or not. It definitely says CMON. That's their abbreviation. So the Game of Thrones Song of Ice and Fire miniature game uses these, and maybe other cool miniature or not games use these, but these are definitely used for the Game of Thrones game, but also people can use them. You know, if the circle is the right millimeters, they can just use these as trays. Troops go on to these little trays, and then you move the trays around, and there's like rules and stuff with it. But yeah, some miniature games have trays, some miniature games are just like loose figures or units where they have to be close to each other. All right. Next up, we have this right here. This is like a, I can't tell what this is. It just says made in China, RMP or something, 2016. It looks like a lady sorceress, but instead of like having a staff, she has this like scimitar pole arm weapon with a sword right there. Kind of has like an interesting feel to it, kind of like a weird rubber plastic like PVC or something like that. I'm not fully good with like the definitions of the plastics and stuff, so I'll do my best in my listing. But all right, we got this right here, German Tiger Tank 1. I'm like a little plank. It says 1,347 tanks were ever produced. So I don't know if that meant like the actual real tank or if it's talking about the miniature. It's probably talking about the history of the tank. So yeah, cool little information. And someone's going to like that. More of these. Sorry, the bases. I'm just going to put them aside because you guys have already seen these. Like I said, I'll figure out like how much to lot up. This size is different cool miniatures or not. This is the Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, the cavalry horses and stuff for the bigger figures. We got that. What is this? More Asgard miniatures, like a bigger pack. It's really hard to tell. I can't tell from a glance because they're kind of like rusted over or something. Like warrior barbarians. They look like barbarians. So yeah, people will still like these. I'm not sure how bad the rusting will be for that kind of stuff. We have more of these sprues that we found earlier, so I'm just gonna put those with this like kind. Same, they were like legs, arms, shoulder pads. More of these Mantic Games miniature bases. What is this? This is a specific figure. I can't tell if this says HH5 1997. Some like weird soldier with this big sword arm, and he's like sci-fi slash fantasy robot. Super cool. I'll probably be able to like figure out what they are. What are these little miniatures? These look like board game little soldiers, Axis and Allies or something. I don't think it is. I'm not too sure. Yeah, these are just like generic little plastic soldier men. I sometimes it's gonna be hard to identify them, but I'll still list them. A little packet of 5. As long as you show like the millimeters from. Moving along, more of these Mantic games. A lot of the bases, which might seem like junk to some people, but we do sell them. What is this? Expeditionary C200 Seata. Oh, it's a little card for some kind of plane game. This doesn't look familiar to me. It says 12 out of 31. Board game, miniature game, collectible miniature game. That one does not stand out. More Asgard miniatures. Oh, this package is like open. They started to fall out. So yeah, I'm just going to set that aside right over there. Then we have some cool dice. I don't know what miniature or board game, but I'll show you guys close up real quick. It does look like some kind of like stars with 1, 2, or 3. Super cool. I love dice for games. Can be really good sometimes, especially when the game's like rare, out of prints. People lose dice. You chuck them. They go underneath a couch and they get vacuumed up later on. All right, let's go ahead and look at these real quick. All right, so here they are. Like I said, sorry for the reflection. There's like There's the 3-star. There's the one right over there. Moving along, more random bases. We saw these. These are the World War II Battlefront. I always forget it is Battlefront. I always call it Battlefield. The Flames of War bases, another random circular base. Not as exciting to show. What is this? It's like is that a little barred banjo right there? And then this is going to be a backpack, just little miniature bits and pieces. We'll see if there's more I can lot up with these, but yeah, those are cool. That says something there. I'll figure it out later on. I think it's a Chaosium. Here's some more. There's a lot of loose stuff in here that I really have to go through. These are like skull spikes. These are going to be cool, like little accessories for like terrain and stuff. We have another one of these. This is a 42-pound smoothbore wood barbette. Oh, this thing moves up and down. I don't know if it's like broken or if it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to. There's no. Yeah, that definitely, I guess, just comes off. It's metal, so I did not break it. I guess that's just supposed to be like that as your little desk piece. This one doesn't have information compared to the other one. All right. What is this? I have no idea. This is like a little baggie of. This looks like some kind of like board game bases right here. This is going to be like stickers for underneath it. So yeah, I'll figure this out. This is probably, oh, I see like number dials. Sometimes like old school board games, you would have to like build up the actual board game stuff. Most of the time these days, you don't. Everything's like pre-made, pre-packaged in their container. So yeah, we will take a look at that later. This also looks like these are the same out of bag dials for that particular game. Could be rare, could be janky. Oh, it says, oh, right here. It says made in Great Britain, Hawk Games right there. Hawk Games, I think. So yeah, Hawk War Games right up there. This is 2016. Cool. Have like an indicator to help me. A little like outhouse building for a Western themed type of miniature terrain village. I'm not sure if this opens up. I don't think so. It seems like it would, or maybe they just glued it well. So yeah, someone's gonna want a little outhouse. I know that seems silly, but people love all sorts of stuff for their miniature things. Oh, we have a bunch of these sprues. I really don't know what these are. They don't look like too exciting. They're just like very generic, if that makes sense. There's no bodies and no heads, so I guess you can make a bunch of sci-fi zombie uh, no body head people. All right, we got that. Tons of those. What is in this? This is like a HeroClix. So I don't think this. It says chameleon. I don't think this is rare, even though this is packaged. Just like this is the weird packaging that HeroClix used to have. I'll look it up to make sure, but I think from a glance, this chameleon is just gonna be like a. These were in the booster packs. Some of them would have baggies. Some of them would have these janky plastic containers to like protect damage. So yeah, I'm not too sure if this is a special one. My guess is no. All right, 1 second. We got pizza real quick. And then I made me some pizza. And I have to wash my hands. This is her homemade pizza. There's pizza sauce. We got cheese, different types of cheese, some kind of like salt and spices. It looks like she put something else in there. And then broccoli. Broccoli is actually really good in pizza. Give me a moment. Oh, she said garlic. There's also and cherry peppers in here. Super good. All right, give me a moment, guys. All right, I'm back. That was super delicious. 10 out of 10. Hit the spots. Feel a little groggy now, but yeah. All right, we're going to jump right into it. Okay, we got some like historical metal miniatures right here. Not too sure this company is that JR right here. All right, there you go. Going to get some troops. It does. I don't know if this is like incomplete, but yeah, there's like a little information on this. This is 1989 IR miniatures. All right, that's super cool. That's a older figure, vintage. All right, we got a lot of these baggies of these military figures. I'm not too sure like what brand. It just has like a number 10 on here. Yeah, I'm not too sure what war. I do pretty well with these miniatures, but yeah, we have number 4 right here. I'm gonna have to try to figure out. Okay, so they have like the bayonets. Are these like British troops? I'm really bad with like looking at a figure and knowing historically like where it's from. It's like embarrassing. I'm uncultured, if that makes sense, but I do think it's cool that people like this stuff and they're like really into it. And I'm gonna sell these, and then people are gonna like play them, use them, paint them, display them. Super awesome. All right, what's this right here? Oh, Fantastic Miniatures. So I'm assuming because this little Fantastic Miniatures packet part is in here, I'm gonna assume all these other ones that are similar are gonna be Fantastic Miniatures. So I will gamble and put that in my listing without like knowing 1,000%. But I think this is a pretty good indicator. Look at the same. It's the same collection, the same numbers on top. Oh yeah, this is definitely Fantastic Miniatures right here. Well, these are 15 millimeter. So this right here is important for people. Let's see, got a bunch of these. Do you guys want to see them all? I guess you guys are buckling down and hanging out with me. It's gonna be a long one. It's a pretty chill day. I'm gonna be listing for like 8 hours after this. It's kind of my schedule's been kind of off whack right now. Been staying up till like 5 in the morning. That's just been like my, what do they call it, circadian rhythm or whatever. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's just like where my sleep pattern is right now. Upside of not working somewhere else in someone else's time. The only time we have to work on. Oh, these are going to be. Oh, these are like cool robed fantasy cultist figures. Oh, there's also like, yeah, I like this stuff. This stuff is super cool. Miniature games kind of take like a lot to get into, as in like you have to like find one and find people to play with and find the right size. But I like watching from afar. I've been playing like board games and video games right now, but yeah, a couple more of these. Give me a second, real quick. I'm going to show you guys something. Look at these. There's going to be a bunch of these fantastic miniatures. This is like super good. This will probably take me, I don't know what, like a week, maybe less to list. Depends on like how much I want to like identify these. Look at this. This one's number 36 right here. Packet, more of these fantastic miniatures. Oh, this one is labeled. It says British Grenadiers. Super big pack of those. These are like really good. I'm glad that I know that what millimeter they are, and I'm glad I know the brands. So even if I don't know if this is like a British soldier or something like that, I can still take. If I take, these are Russian grenadiers. Are those? Oh, Russian generals. I don't know why there's a lot of generals in this little baggie right over here. So yeah, we have a ton of these figures. This is like super cool. What's this one labeled? This is Nassau Second Regiment. I'm not sure what that is. I'll look it up, and I'll look it up when I'm listing them. More fantastic miniatures. Some of these are like, they're like black. I don't know if they're like rusted or some like primed with black paint, and then they were gonna like work on it later on. Not too sure about that. I'm not sure like the with the age of metal miniatures. This is Nasu First Regiment, and then there's a bunch of words for like specifically what's in this particular one. All right, so that's a lot more of these. These ones, I'm not too sure. These look like a little civilian group or some kind of like I said, regiment. What is this one? I'm not too sure about this one. So yeah, there's a ton of these. I can just keep going through. Oh, these ones are cool. Let's go ahead and show these ones up close. These are cannons. All right, look at these cannons. Yeah, people are gonna like these cannons. Oh yeah, it's super cool. I like this. Really, really fun stuff. We got a, oh, these are cavalry right there. What are these? Just like soldiers with bayonets. And the rifles, bunch of these different types. Yeah, there you go, more cannons. I do notice that people like the vehicles and stuff. Oh, what's this? This is different. This is looks like a, here, let me take this one out. If I had to take a guess, maybe some Games Workshop figure. This says, I'm not sure, it's like a painted little goblin shaman with his little staff and his sword right over there. I mean, it's like pre-painted, badly painted, but it's not the worst. So yeah, this is metal. Oh, it's like a rat right there. That, I like that one. That one's cool. I actually might keep that myself. I like to collect like rat miniatures and stuff like that, or just rat stuff. All right, we got horses, cavalry, bunch of infantry with them, more of the same infantry of various types. Right over here, there's so many of these bags. I don't know if we're gonna see a close up of all of them. I'm just gonna try to take handfuls at this point. All right, let's try to do the ones I notice. Horsies are pretty cool. People love horsies. Got more just generic infantry. These are mounted riders. They have that like little loop right there by their legs because that's them seated. Oh, these ones are like crawling down. Is it crawling down? It's hard to see actually. I can't tell. Never mind. I thought they were something else. Let's see. We have these fantastic miniatures, the mounted riders. More of these bases. That's not too fancy. What is this? This is, oh, this is super cool. I'm not too sure this is going to be micro armor. So the World War II game GHQ, like a little miniature case. This is actually, I haven't seen this before. Yeah, so maybe you put your tanks and infantry in your figures. This is official one, so that's awesome. We'll put that over here. Big bag of cavalry riders right over there. Reminds me of like Risk, just like the particular look of the cavalry. Tons of, it says Bremen right here, right there. So is that Hauser Hanover, Hanover? I don't know. I'm saying that wrong. All right, First Regiment right here. More infantry. Super cool. All right, what's this one? This one looks a little different. It's like a person on like a little throne or something. They're seated. So yeah, are some of these fantasy? It looks like most of them are military. More riders, more cannons, more horses. I noticed like people love the cavalry and stuff. It says TO4. Oh, that's a camel right there, and then like their little rider, desert rider, and then like the little satchel for the camel with all of those supplies. I think this could be good for like an RPG type of game when someone wants like they want to have their players have a guide right here. Oh, TO3. I'm not sure what this brand is. A little bit different. See, I'm not sure if all of these are fantastic. And like I said, I do have to be careful. These people are seated. What are they seated on? Like a drum right there. Yeah, it's like a drum right over here. Bunch of these. Still more. What are these ones? Like I said, see, I can't tell if this is rusting or if this is just like pre-primed miniatures. Let's take out one. Oxidation. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's gonna hurt my brain. Yeah, I can't really tell if that's like a big deal or not. It might be that they're like not good anymore. I'll make sure to wash my hands after this. Normally, I would not just touch those raw. I'm just showing you guys so you don't have reflection. What is this? Blue Moon Manufacturing, Old Glory Corp, Horse, Kaisen Worst. Oh, cool. The Age of Napoleon. Cool. I don't think I've had this particular brand before. $19 price tag. We have more and more and more of these. None of these like stand out. So these labels, sometimes you can find websites like fan websites where people show you like what those are. Other times you're just gonna have to like best of luck figure it out. So this package does look like open compared to I don't know where a sealed one is, but so I have to make sure that like I show all the pieces, right? That people know what they're getting when they're grabbing this stuff from me. All right, piles and piles, piles and piles of these. Yeah, I know some people get like overwhelmed with this amount of stuff and they'll get like bogged down with like, I have to identify everything perfectly or I need to make sure I know all these right prices. This is something that like I would say, sure, it's a little overwhelming for me, but I just do one listing at a time. Boo, do this listing, throw on some music, throw on some podcasts or something, go ahead and then do another one, and then do another one, and then do another one. And I just sit there for like 8 hours. And the next thing you know, most of these are listed. I will put these into like a bigger bag with a bigger label. So it might be like bin A with bag number 1. It's going to have like 80 of these in them, right? Because like these together aren't really going to get broken. If the little thing gets bent, that's not a big deal. I don't think anyone's ever cared about that. They would let me know if like, hey, I want the little like tag for the packaging, then sure, it might be a big deal mushing them together. W05. Do these look different than Fantastin? Kind of. These definitely have a different label. Oh, these are gonna be little pegs for flight stands and stuff for all sorts of games, from war games to sci-fi games. Like for right here, we have, oh, this is interesting. Games Workshop. Games Workshop bases are good. It says with hex holes. It looks like they never got punched, so I don't know if someone can like punch them themselves, if this is like a print error. But yeah, 2012 Games Workshop bases do super well. Any branded bases do well. You can always buy cheap, unbranded ones. So we got these, more of those, more Fantastin. Oh, what's this? Oh, is this like a trow? No, not a trow. It's like, what is this one? Little cannon? Oh, is this like some kind of like farm equipment? This one definitely looks interesting. I'm not sure if it's like already painted like that. I'll figure that out later. More bases. More piles of Fantastin miniatures. What does this one say? This one says Fantastin Generals and ADCs, 2 times ADCs. These are shinier than the other ones, like better quality. So are these. I guess not really that shiny. I guess slightly more so. Got this. And these ones are older. Check that out. Yeah, really old like tag right there. Fantastin, just piles and piles of these. People will buy this. These do normally do well with combo orders. I'll get a message of like, hey, I want to buy a bunch of these, and I'll be like, awesome, let's work out a deal. Right over there. Thought there'd be a little bit more variety in this box. Like I said, this is actually the first time I've gone through this box. You guys, like, this is my actual first reaction, other than like the few items on top. We got these generals again, or I guess this says there's supposed to be two generals, so I had to be careful when there's like random previous owner labels because it said there's supposed to be two of something and I see one, so I gotta be careful to not always trust those. This is a weird base. It's like a glossy one, kind of reflects weird. We had one other like this. This is a 1992 Games Workshop base. I think this is for the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game. I actually sold some of these recently for a good amount of money. So that will be separate. Selling one base is kind of, it's whatever. I try to like build them up, have at least like 5, 10. All right, something different. This is a little plastic little tank. Not sure what tank it is. It doesn't look too exciting. It almost looks like a little model kit. I don't see any brand. It's okay. Someone will pick it up eventually. More of these. More. All right, so we have more of these tanks. So look, they were like in some kind of packaging beforehand. I guess I'll just keep them there. Maybe I'll lot them together as like the same brand or something. Just mention that it's like kind of like a cheaper like plastic. Oh, sorry, I thought I saw a branding maker's mark there. There is not. More and more and more and more and more and more and more. And dropping stuff. Oh, this one. What is this one? Oh, I dropped it. Oh, someone put like little miniature infantry base like on a battlefield miniatures base right here, probably for Flames of War, but I'm not sure what brand. Maybe the Fantastic ones. All right, we got more of these based miniatures right over here. These guys have like grenades. I'll probably put these like together, like the same kind, like they're painted already. We got more right here. It looks like something's broken off. I just have to mention it. It was like their artillery, just piles of the Fantastic miniatures. As you can see, there's a bunch in here. There's still a lot. Oh, what's this? I can't tell. It looks like little soldiers or like the top half right there. Not too sure what that is. I'll have to look into it later. We have a random tree, metal tree, like terrain piece. Actually, might be interesting. I know it's broken off the base, but like a metal one, like it's pretty cool. Like people like to accessorize their battlefields. I like the horsies. We got more right over here. Lots of horsies. I'm trying to see some more non-fantastic stuff, but yeah. Oh, what's this? Super cool. I don't know if this. What does this say? It's hard to say. It's El Baiche. Um, Livery Gargan. I'll have to look into this. I have no idea. This could be like a historical pin or something like, or not a pin, like something. This looks cool. This is the stuff where like I'll look it up and be surprised what it is, or there's none listed, and I get to figure out what price I want to put in on it. So let's see. We have. Oh, here's another like. She is a female like sorceress, wizard, RPG wizard, RPG miniature wizard. Of course, she's a wizard. All right, those are always fun. People do like RPG characters. Here's another one. Another lady. She looks like a warrior with a sword and board right there, shield and sword. Let's see what are these? Oh, these are more of the like miniatures where I can't tell if it's like rusting or if it's just like someone primed it. More of these based infantry right here, probably for Flames of War. Let's see right down here. More based miniatures. Super cool. They're like painted, and see how people put like grass on the basing. So that's like these are the bases, like the extra stuff that they put them on. See, I'm trying to look for the unique stuff. All right, we have this little vehicle, unbranded. Looks like a little APC or like a little transport of soldiers of some sort. Let's see, we have more of the Fantastic miniatures, just piles and piles of them. What else is unique? More of these. I like the base miniatures. I'll put these all together. Someone will pick them up. They have like the same paint scheme by someone, same like similar basing job that they did on them. More of those right there. Oh, we have this one. Someone painted this one up very, very poorly. I'll probably put these little APC vehicles together. This one has some infantry in it. Is it metal? I can't like tell if it's like metal or not. It's like heavy but also light. So we got two more of these over here. I think we're running low on like unique stuff that you guys will be seeing. Another one of those. Like I said, I'll make these as lots. Board game like piece. Well, like this is probably goes into like my board game piece bin, or eventually I just list a huge bin of random bits and pieces. Super tiny like soldiers, infantry. They were like in uniform at like some kind of ceremony or something. They look different. Another one of these like plastic unbranded tank ships, which is going to go with the others in like a lot. All right, is there anything else? I think that's it. I mean, that's it. This is super good for me. All right, that's everything. I will probably have this stuff already listed by the time you're watching this video, but thanks for coming along and just seeing my first reaction to some of these like collections and stuff I buy. Sometimes I just put down the money, buy a bunch of stuff, and deal with it later. This is gonna be super good for me. This is like a really cool, probably get a lot of combo orders. But yeah, believe it or not, I'll probably have most of this listed probably by the time I put this video out. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.